essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, I look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Cubone staying with the lip. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit 'em, just let the rhythm hit 'em. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, knock the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the main.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken from about the 12. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Throwing Jones. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's gain 1. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, a run with gain 1. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he returns this to the 22. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, and their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Here's Chandler on second down. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Jones, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
In motion, the tight end. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Vikings are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Now Jones to throw from his end zone. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. To throw from his end zone, Jones. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play. He's got a man complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, he completes it to Hurd. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Jones now on first down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this one is incomplete. The Vikings are 0-7, winless to start the year. And they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Jones on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On fourth down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They're going to look to throw. He gets this one to Johnson.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective. That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
And this will be a Bears first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He'll drop to throw. Catch made by Slayton. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. After one, it's 9-0. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On 1st and 10, Jones. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 35. It's a gain of 35. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Chandler. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Jones. This one into the hands of Hurd. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run it with Chandler. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jalen Hurd, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are back within a score. Point after right down the middle. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side taken in by Slayton. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. This pass caught by Hamler. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll run with Robinson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Here's Chandler. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. Catch is made by Hurd. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got an open man finding Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, 79 yards. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They start the drive here with Gainwell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Buying time is left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw again. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A.J. Terrell, the one who shot in there to drop the QB. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy at the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. They'll drop to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have retaken a third-quarter lead. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same, and what they plan to do on offense.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Chandler, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing Jones. He'll buy some time right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now Jones. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Marlon Davidson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. There he goes right side. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards to pick up there. Now Jones on 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now Chandler. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll spot Hurd open left side. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Jones now on 1st down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Up the middle they go. It's Chandler, and a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Off-play action. Jones sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bears will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And the Bears first down.
A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. K.J. Hamler from 3 yards out. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Jones throwing on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Looking to throw. Jones. And this will be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll look to throw again. To Jefferson on the slant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 40. The 20. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken from about the 12. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Jamel Dean.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken from about the 12.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. 63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Second down. It's Chandler. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They'll keep it on the ground. Chandler. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Bears, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.